Broadcasting live worldwide. The place where legends are born.
You are listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
This is Macy Mullins of the Gate City Girls basketball team, and you're listening to Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
This is Kaylee Dunn of the Gate City Girls basketball team, and you're listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio. Go Big Blue!
This is Riley Housewright of the Gate City Girls basketball team, and you're listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
Came about the mud, brush the dirt up off me. Going hard, hit him with it hurts, kill him softly. Bong stretch, trying to clear my mind, even smoke.
We are the Gate City Cheerleaders, and you're listening to the home of the Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
Coming from my head though. Funny thing about it, they don't know it's in my head though. Schizo, maniac and finna go klepto. So hands on, kinda hard for me to let go.
You are listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
You are listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
Here is your host.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you may be and however you may be listening to us. Want to say thank you for making us a part of your Friday evening. You're listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio. I'm Joe Carter along with Chris Carr. We're broadcasting to you live from Big Stone Gap, Virginia, home of the Union Bears, as our Gate City basketball teams have traveled to Wise County and look to continue their Mountain 7 momentum. Here on the James River Advisors pregame show, we're going to break down this Gate City Union matchup, and we'll announce the Big Blue Boosters starting lineups. We'll also have live coverage of the games, of course, and then we'll have the campus drive-in halftime shows with first half recaps, interviews, and much, much more. Then, of course, upon the conclusion, we'll have the post-game show. We'll also talk about the Delegate Terry Kilgore Leadership Player of the Game Award, as well as the Law Office of Jesse Walker McMurray Stat of the Night, and the Colonial Funeral Home Play of the Night. So without any further ado, I want to bring in the man, the myth, the legend. He is Chris, the Hammer Carr. Chris Doffer, how are you tonight, fine sir?
Ready to rock. I have looked forward to this game all day long.
Ready to rock and roll here as we are about 7.5 minutes away from tip-off here. Again, want to just quickly, want to apologize about last ball game we were out. Lehigh, again, we had several problems with our internet and during the girls' game, so I do apologize. Hopefully you're, again, tuning in tonight and everything's coming through a lot clearer. And again, we got a little bit better signal here in Big Stone Gap. So, without any further ado, let's talk about this game. Gate City and Union comes in here. Of course, the first ball game, it wasn't close. Gate City absolutely throttled Union 59-37 as a 22-point blowout. In that ball game, Macy Mullins had 6 3-pointers. She had 20 points. Sarah Thompson with 17 points in that ball game. However, Sam Gerald, stopper, she only had 3 points in that ball game. She is injured and out tonight. Chris, taking that into account, taking to this rivalry, what do you think about, again, the matchup we've got here tonight?
Well, Gate City still has the 1-2 punch with Sarah and Macy, but really, since that first game against Union, the freshman phenoms have really come into their own, so they almost have the 5-finger death punch now.
Oh,
you can't stop all 5.
Going hardcore tonight. I like it. Yeah, as we take a look at the Mountain 7 district standings, Abington sits atop the standings at 6-0. They are 14-1 overall. Ridgeview at 5-1, of course. Those teams going at it tonight. Then, of course, Gate City sits in third, 4-2 in the conference, 8-6 overall. Union is at 3-3, 11-4 overall, followed by Wise Central, who at 2-4. Again, they're looking up at everybody here in terms of the standings. And then John Battle and Lehigh round out the Mountain 7. This ball game very pivotal for Gate City. A Gate City win moves them to 5-2, and it basically makes them 3 games clear of Union, again, for that third spot, because they would have swept the season series. So, Chris, as we come in here again, a lot of excitement here tonight, but again, Gate City cannot come in and resting on their laurels, even though they've been playing well. They've got a tough schedule coming up. And again, this starts the second half of the schedule for them.
Well, in the words of General Nealon, you got to put on more steam. Just
going
keep
on all
plowing.
references tonight.
I am. I'm going to see how many cliches I can throw out tonight. But no, I mean, really, you've got the momentum. I mean, they're arguably, in my opinion, it's not even an argument, the dominant team right now in the conference. Beat Abingdon for all intents and purposes. Really didn't play a tremendous game against Ridgeview, but they get another shot at them, and right now they're just firing on all 8 cylinders.
As we mentioned, they were at Ridgeview. If they'd shot just a little bit better, they would have got that ball game. And again, as you mentioned, pretty much throughout, of course, other than a scoring error, they beat Abingdon in double overtime at Abingdon High School a few weeks ago. So again, Gate City does come in here at 8-6 overall, 4-2 in conference play. They will host Sullivan East tomorrow night. Again, the boys and girls, that will be a super. We'll have that live here on Gate City Sports Radio. I think going to be a trap game possibly, Chris, coming through with an emotional game like this against a good rival, going back home. Just as a quick preview, what do you think about that ball game coming up tomorrow night?
Well, I agree completely. I'm nervous about it. East's not a bad team. They're not the best team they faced all year, but they're not a bad team. And, I mean, like you said, a tough game tonight, and then you're looking at games next week, and conference games next week. I'm a little worried.
After this weekend, Gate City will travel to John Battle, which has typically been a pretty tough place to play for our boys and girls. And then next Friday night, we'll be at home. It will be homecoming night at Gate City. And again, that ball game against the Abingdon Falcons. Again, the first place Falcons in the girls' side.
That's a tough homecoming game.
That's a tough homecoming game. And you take a look at the boys, and we'll mention more about this as we get ready for that game here in just a little bit. They are at 4-2. They are tied for second in the conference with Wise Central. So Abingdon, which again Gate City lambasted, a few weeks ago, they're sitting there and they are playing a lot better ball. So we're about 3 minutes away. So we'll take a quick break, come back, and again get you ready here for Gate City and Union. Of course, when they take the national anthem, we will take it with them as well. So sit back and relax for a great night of basketball action. We are here live from Big Stone Gap, Virginia. You're listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
2 out of every 3 people will need an assisted living community at some point in their life. We here at Elmcroft of Johnson City want to help to guide you through the process and decisions and believe in you as a person, not as a number. If you do have questions and want to be treated with the value you deserve, we invite you to call or come to our location for a free, no-obligation tour and meal. To schedule a tour, call us today at 423-282-0280. That's 423-282-0280. We are located at 406 East Mountain View Road in Johnson City. You can check us out on the web at elmcroft.com. Elmcroft of Johnson City is an Eclipse senior living community. Are you ready to retire? Or are you currently retired and not happy with your investments? Are you looking for a retirement specialist that cares about you and your needs? Look no further than James River Advisors. Our local office in Gate City is managed by Edwin Cox, and he is ready to take care of all of your needs. He believes in establishing long-lasting relationships with his clients based on trust. Edwin is ready to take care of your financial planning needs, college planning, investments, and much, much more. Give him a call today at 276-690-8014. Again, that's 276-690-8014. He's located at 122 East Jackson Street next to Dollar General in Gate City.
You are listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
You are listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light. What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
You are listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio. Sports Radio.
Hear you.
There we go. All right.
Are we back?
We're back.
Well, as I was saying before you muted me, let's take care of business.
So we are back in action and tipped off, and we are ready to go. Again, the starting lineup, which is brought to you by the Big Blue Boosters. And here we go. Tipped off, and it is controlled by Union. Bringing the ball up. That's going to be number 2. That is Heather Lips. She's got it over into the corner. That's going to go to Emily Brooks. Shots up, no good. Rebounded by Riley Housewright of the Lady Devils. She's going to get it over to Sarah Thompson. Thompson's going to bring it up over half court. She's being picked up by Jalen Webb to start the ball game. Of course, now Macy Mullins with the basketball around the volleyball spike line as Gate City looking to run their offense. First outside shot is no good by Macy, and it will go out of bounds over to the Lady Bears. 7:25 left here, first quarter. No score between Union and Gate City. Gate City coming out, applying a little bit of pressure in the backcourt, being brought up by Brooks, guarded by Sarah Thompson of Gate City. Works the ball around. She's got it up to Smith now. Jada Smith of Union as they try to work it. They get it inside to Lips. Kicks back out, though. Back to Brooks.